So we all come and Bal Mukund ji jokes लाते हैं और लोग jokes होते हैं. There are bhajans, singing, and so it's become a family affair. So we just love this daily thing.
I know. I heard that Bal Mukund was telling me about it.
Yeah, उनसे आप
Yeah,
बता
okay, I have to start the session here.
So he will tell you.
Yeah, I have to start the session.
Okay, yes, we can start. Okay. Mute नहीं करेंगे आप?
Namaste everyone. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. This type of gentle yoga is designed as a palliative yoga. Palliative yoga is primarily a preventive style, but it can have therapeutic effects also. It is designed for stress reduction and to increase the energy of communication in body system. It stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. One feels better and minor issues can get resolved. Yoga brings good health of mind and body, inner awareness, and a sense of cosmic connection. Regular discipline practice is key, so if you miss a day, please use the video recording on YouTube. Yoga is not a physical exercise and it's not a religious practice either, so people with any religious background can do this. This type of gentle yoga can be done sitting on a chair or on the floor. Remember to keep your spine straight but not stiff at all times. Support your back if you need to. Do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. Slower is better. Visualize the part of body being exercised for maximum benefit. Follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. There should be no strain and should be done within one's capacity. Make sure the breathing is slow and smooth. If anything causes pain or discomfort, please stop immediately, avoid the practice, and seek clarification. If you have any questions regarding personal problem, this is not the forum to ask. Please send an email to the email address provided in the reminder email. And remember, liability is entirely yours. Thank you.
We begin with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath in. So now we go on to our chakra vibration. Anybody new today? Okay, not, I don't see anyone, but any case.
Somebody named Kusum Khanna. I don't know if she has been here before.
No, Kusum Khanna is...
I usually join the East Coast. Today I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah. Namaste,
okay.
Kusum.
Namaste.
Okay, Haji. So let's begin with our focus at the perineum. So we'll begin with the LAM mantra. Take a deep breath in and we press the little finger with the thumb and we go with LAM. 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 Release the finger and continue. Lam. Lam. Bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum. This is behind where we urinate, and there, as we focus and do a slight compression, we do the mantra Vam, and we press the ring finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath. Vam. 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 Release the finger. One last time. Vam. Bring the awareness behind the navel, and here we do the sound a rum, and we press the middle finger against the thumb. Rum. 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 Release the finger and continue. Rum. Last time. Rum. Bring the awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body. And here we do the sound yum. Here we press the index finger against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum. 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 Release the finger and one last time. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum. Throat is at the base of the mouth, and we keep the thumbs up mudra with a loose fist. Let's go. Hum. 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 Release the hands, fingers, and continue. Hum. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and here we will do the sound chum. And again, thumbs up mudra. Chum. 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 Sham. Release your hands. Continue. Sham. Last time. Chum. Top of the head, we do Om. Om. Again, thumbs up mudra. Om. Now release the fingers and continue. Last time. Now we go on to our happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. So bring your awareness to the throat. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to the throat. And the throat is at the base of the mouth. And if you look within the base of the mouth, you feel the hole over there that carries the food and air going down. Now, it is not in the neck. It is in the base of the mouth, topmost part of the neck. Yes, that's right. So the thing is basically, if you take a deep breath, if you close your eyes and make a big smile, you will feel there is a slight stretch there. In that slight stretch, the hole over there stretches a little. And so the round oval hole becomes elongated and the sides become very narrow and the middle stays as a little bit of a regular hole. So through that, breathe as if you're breathing through a straw over there. You're only breathing through the nose. Nose is the one that is doing the breathing. But the air, as it's flowing there, it feels like there is a straw that is sucking in. And inhale and exhale with ease and feel the air rubbing along in that area, the stretch in the throat. Continue. Venkatesh Prasad, why are you nodding your head? Keeping it still and breathing is better. It'll stimulate better. So let's go now on to the spinal alignment. Vijaya, do you want to take over?
Sure, doctor.
Go ahead.
So let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, gently bring the ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bring the other ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back and continue. Now as we come back, exhale and look over one shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and come back and continue. Now, as we come back and with the next inhalation, let's take our head backwards. Exhale and bring the chin down to the chest. Inhale and head backwards. Exhale and chin down to the chest. And continue. Now, as we come back, we'll do the 360-degree neck rotations. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue in the same direction. Now, as we come back, we'll switch directions, inhaling for half a circle and exhaling the other half and continue in the same direction. Now, as we come back to the center, we'll move to the next exercise. We'll do the shoulder exercise and alternate shoulders. Inhale and lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. Inhale and lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down and continue. Now, as we come back, we'll move to the next exercise, the hand exercises. So stretch your hands and keep them straight. As you inhale, open up your palms and keep it perpendicular to the forearms. As you exhale, thumbs in and fist down, keep them close. Inhale, exhale, and continue. Now let's rotate around the fists, inhaling for half a circle and exhaling the other half, and continue in the same direction. Now as we come back, we'll switch directions, inhaling again for half a circle and exhaling the other half, and continue. Now as we come back, relax and we'll move to the next exercise. So let's bring our elbows in line with the shoulders. Open out the palms, wrists, and fingers as we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale and continue. Now as we come back, we'll switch directions. Inhale and exhale and continue. Now as we come down, we'll move to the next exercise. Interlock the hands and keep them behind the head. As we exhale, turn to one side, keeping your elbows at 180 degrees and head straight. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back and continue. Now as we come back, we'll get our hands above the head and hold on to either elbow. As we exhale, push on one side, inhale and come back. As we exhale, push on the other side, Inhale and come back and continue. And feel the stretch on either side of the shoulder blades as you do this. Now, as we come back, bring your hands down and we'll move to the next exercise. So get hold of your elbows behind the back. And as we exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back and continue. Now, as we come back, we'll move to the next exercise and let's get our hands behind the back with the fingers on either side aligned to the spine. As we inhale, we push back, making a backward arch. As we exhale, come back in. Inhale and push back on the other side. Exhale and come back in and continue. Now, as we come back, we'll move to the next exercise and do both our shoulders together. Inhale and lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, push back, rotate and bring them back down. Inhale and exhale and continue. Now, as we come back, we'll move to the next exercise. We'll cross one leg over the other and hold the knee with your interlocked hand. As we exhale and pull up the leg, turn to the same side as the leg you're holding. Inhale and release. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release, and continue. Feel the stretch in your thighs as you do this exercise. Now, as we come back, we'll switch to the other leg. As we exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release, and continue. Relax as you come back, and we'll move to the next exercise, the cycling exercise. So we'll do 5 rotations on either leg. Inhale and bring up the leg. Exhale and stretch it out in a cycling motion, and continue. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll switch to the other leg in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Doctor, should we move to Bastrika? Would you like to do something else? You're on mute, doctor.
We'll do Anulom Vilom Pranayam.
Sure.
So for those of you who need instruction from before, if you have attended weekends, we do it with visualization. For those of you who don't know what it is, at this point in time, simply think of it as close one nostril, exhale and inhale from that nostril, close the other nostril and exhale and inhale from the open nostril. So as long as you do it, you're fine. But those of you who have been doing it for a while, you know the visualization, how we do it. Now we can go on to the respiratory mantra. The respiratory mantra, we visualize a line coming from in the inside of the body behind the sternum, coming from the through the top of the head. So a straight line going through the top of the head and outside the body. And along that line, we visualize the vibration Haim Im 3 syllables. Haim Im So just go Haim Im Haim Im Haim Im You feel it leaving outside the body, going to the top of the head. If you have difficulty visualizing it, you can keep your awareness a couple of inches above the head and just do Haim Im That's also fine. Now, there is no correlation with the breath. It can be as fast or slow as you want. Continue. Now we can go on to the Bhastrika Pranayama. So Vijaya, take over.
Sure.
2 rounds, we should be able to finish comfortably.
Okay. So there are 2 ways of doing Bhastrika Pranayama. One way of doing this is to place our hands over the abdominal area. And as we inhale, the abdominal area, the chest and the shoulder expand. And as we exhale, the shoulder, chest, and the abdominal area contract. The other way of doing this is to keep our hands close to the body and fingers closed, loose fist. As we inhale and push our hands back, the shoulder, chest, and the abdominal area expand. And as we close our fists and bring the hands down, the shoulder, chest, and the abdominal area contract. The exhalation is a little longer than the inhalation, and we'll do this keeping our eyes closed, and 20 counts for each round. So we'll begin when you're ready. Inhale, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations in your head and also as they dissipate.
You can go on to the second round. There isn't much sensations for people.
Ready? Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Feel any sensations in your head and also as they gently dissipate down the body.
One more round, third more round.
Okay. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale.
If you lift your hands too high, shoulders will pain after a while. Continue.
5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax and observe any sensations in your head.
Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. And mentally feel an openness above the head. And then affirm for yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And then with that as the thought, raise your hands up and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands as you open your eyes. We will end the session with one Om, all of us together. Take a deep breath in. So it is 6:30 West Coast time and 7 a.m. India time. So session is over. If there are any questions, we are open. And I have a question for Ashish, that the picture of your whole wall of that sea is very beautiful. Now, is that a wallpaper or is this whole a picture?
No, it's just a background picture.
Oh, so the dining table and all of that is also a background picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, very nice.
Doctor, I have a question.
Go ahead.
While doing Anulom Vilom, I'm not able to breathe properly from left side when I'm trying to take in the breath.
That's right. Yeah. So how to correct it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What you do is take a pillow and put it
Yeah.
under your right side.
Okay.
Okay, under your right this thing, armpit, and you will
Yep.
find you will be able to breathe better through the left side.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Try it right now. Any other question?
I just want to tell you, I feel good today.
Very good. Now you have discovered yoga has nothing to do with all your sensations.
No, I didn't think so anyway, but I thought whether I should do it or not was the question when I did feel like that. But I feel great today. I walked after the yoga yesterday too, felt better.
So the air is getting better?
Yes. Much better.
Mhm.
Yes. Much better.
Narayanan, I had a question, two questions. One, I have a slight pain in the neck. Is it okay to just continue or should I give rest?
Where in the neck?
When I do this, there's a little in this just
I
this.
understand. I understand. For how long have you had this pain?
Maybe last 2 days.
Okay. Did you sense it more when you woke up in the morning?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it is usually a result of the, pillow the way we keep
Below
or
the
whatever.
way.
And so the yoga practice may actually end up helping you.
Oh, okay.
So Sharda, did that make a difference?
Yes.
It
But
makes a difference.
this time right side was a bit not so easy.
Yeah. See, what happens is anytime the air is more through one nostril, if you want to correct it and make it more balanced, whichever side has more air flowing, put something under the this thing, okay? And that will take
Okay.
care of it. Now, in ancient times, in India, have you seen these kind of, T-shaped thing that these rishis carry? They call it as a Brahmadand, right? So in the ancient times, what they used to do is they used to keep it like that. Whichever side the air was flowing much, you put it on that side, so the air becomes equalized. These are all little yoga tricks.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So, where is Ashish?
Yeah, I had another question that people are these days a lot of emphasis on breathing slowly. There is a book that has been published called Breathe. And you have any recommendation on how to breathe slowly, or do you recommend even that we should all practice slowing our breathing?
You see, what happens is, for a population as a whole, there are average recommendations, but nobody here is average. Okay. So, because when you say an average population, you say many things about, height, weight, this thing, that, and, how many disease they have, how many medications they are taking on average, right? So if you look at the average population, the average is not you. Okay. So what happens is, it is very interesting. What has happened is, traditionally, it is known that when you when people do unconscious breathing, there is about 15 breaths per minute. Okay, the average lungs is between 4 to 4.5 liters. And we literally use 10% of our lungs in normal air exchange. Okay. So now what has happened is, recently they have found that the average seems to be closer towards 20 breaths rather than 15. Okay. Now, when people do relaxed, slow, deep breathing, it has been found it gives greater relaxation, and it also brings down the blood pressure for people for whom it is high, particularly the systolic, the higher one. Okay. So the power of relaxation with slow breathing is something that is very well proven. Okay. So now when we do our breathing over here, we do roughly about 8 breaths a minute when Vijaya is doing it. Okay. So it takes about 2 minutes and 40 seconds to do 20 breaths of Bhastrika Pranayama. Actually, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes to 30 or so, 2.5 minutes or so, sometimes a little more, right? So now there is another aspect to it. You see, people generally don't think of the lungs of how you breathe, but the lung works under negative pressure. In the sense, it is easy to exhale. You don't even have to think of, in order to inhale, if you take, and then you let go, all automatically exhale takes place. Okay. But if you look at carefully, you'll find inhalation is a little more effort than exhalation. This is because the lung operates under negative pressure. So it is trying to push air out all the time. And this mechanism, there is a certain reason why the lung does it. Okay. And the reason is because when you inhale in, the pressure of the air is what is going into the alveoli, the air sacs. And so that pressure is what that facilitates the exchange of the oxygen and carbon dioxide over there. So in the scheme of things, the way the lung is built, when you're exhaling, if you make the exhalation slightly longer than inhalation, there is a more relaxing effect. Whereas if you make the inhalation longer, it'll increase stress. It'll increase anxiety, stress, and things like that. So what you'll typically find is, when people are emotional, anxiety, excited kind of thing, and they are in that fit of this thing, anger or whatever, emotional thing, they will have short breaths. They're inhaling faster. So remember one thing, the respiratory process is what ignites the energy in our system. How it ignites it? The oxygen mixing with the glucose in our cells is what produces energy, heat. So if you're breathing better, then in which case there is more energy coming into the system. Now, the quicker you breathe, the harder the heart is breathing, because it has to take and circulate faster, right? And but the distribution of the oxygen and the blood through various parts of the body is also controlled by our nerve function. And the central nervous system from the spine is what is controlling the distribution of the energy. Okay. And that also controls the heart rate and the respiration rate according to your needs. So obviously slower breathing is a good idea, but then if you're a naturally relaxed person, breathing will be automatically slow. So whether you focus on the breath or you are relaxed. Both has the same thing. So when people are not relaxed and they don't know how to relax, one of the easiest way to make them relax is make your breath slow. Automatically they will relax.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, you see, as you go along, you will find that, you develop the attitude of being so relaxed because your perspective of the world changes. So, somebody comes and, throws nonsense at you, you don't react. Okay, wo bhi chalta hai. What's the big deal, right? So, Rita ji, go ahead. You had a question. Unmute yourself.
No, I was just going to add to Ashish's, this book, is this breath that you're talking about, where
Yeah.
they did that study at Stanford?
Yeah.
So there was, they sought to prove that breathing through the nose is more beneficial than breathing through the mouth. And it's very interesting how they even tie it to some prehistoric skulls, because the teeth were different then than they are now, and they link the two. And like you said, your breathing controls the stress, or vice versa. Yeah, it's interesting.
See, the thing is, the study relating to the physiological aspects of breath and various practices, they started going back as early as 1926. People may be very surprised to hear it is that old. In fact, one of the earliest physiological researcher was a person who goes by the name of Swami Kuvalayananda. So he was the founder of the Kaivalyadham Yoga Institute in India. You will find that there are two institutions in India. But of course, Kaivalyadham used to publish a magazine called Yoga Mimamsa. It's still published. Okay, so they did it. But what happened is, after Swami Kuvalayananda passed away, there weren't that kind of. You see, what happens is, when the original thinker is there, they work with curiosity, rationale, and logic, and all of that. But then what happens is, too often in every system, there is what I call dumbification of knowledge. Everybody simply follows rules. After that, they stop thinking. So, so what has happened is, a lot of these places, the people have, like even in Kaivalyadham, after Swami Kuvalayananda passed away, they weren't active in the quest for research. They were all sitting with the traditional yoga books and all of that, and, speaking in a philosophical and a belief-based domain, rather than the, measurement domain. And in fact, this is the reason, the ability, and what has happened is also in India, thanks to the westernization process in India, that the people who were serious scientific researchers didn't pay attention to yoga. Because if they had paid attention to yoga, they would have seen, they could have brought the ancient, wisdom integrated with modern scientific understanding. And actually, even today, when I see in the field of yoga how India moves forward, some element of it is still caught up in that over there. You see, what happened was in 2012, we had actually, starting in 2008, I had started discussion with major yoga institutions in India about bringing yoga in terms of proper standards, scientific standards. So what happened is, within the US, yoga is less of principles and more of exercises. Okay, so we wanted that integrated over there. So what happened was, we were slowly getting over there. But then one person who was very close to Prime Minister Modi, when Prime Minister Modi got elected, we had everything, we had done all the work, okay? But soon after that, because he was very close to Prime Minister Modi, he went and he was part of our discussion group, okay? But without telling anyone, he went and wrote the standards for India. And when he wrote the standards for India, he brought his own biases. For him, yoga was a set of Hatha Yoga practices plus Bhagavad Gita was India for him, was yoga for him. And the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali was like a footnote somewhere. And so the thing is, you see, what happened was, to some extent, you understand that people who are very closely allied with BJP are often, you know, very much kind of Hindu-centric and this thing and all of that. So this man pushed over there, and that's how the standard came. Now, what they lost in that process is, if we had understood in terms of the work that we have done in Life in Yoga Institute with electromagnetism, electrophotonic imaging, how the nadis are captured and how they communicate. So what we did was, the organization we formed in 2012 to bring standards, we are now reviving. What happened was, after India announced their standards, they forced all the yoga institutions to resign their collaborative work with all other non-Indian yoga standards institutions. So see how they become close-minded? And so this is the, you know, tragedy of and part of life process. You know, when was the earliest, disease-related study that was done with yoga? It was done for blood pressure control by a Dr. C.H. Patel. And it was published in 1976. In 1976, 1974, I think 1976, in a mainstream medical journal called Lancet. In 1976, imagine. So the amount of research done today, I guess some of you may be knowledgeable about the National Library of Medicine. If you go to PubMed, it is a National Library of Medicine. The National Library of Medicine, but it is very interesting because of the way yoga has come to the West. In the West, yoga means asana pranayama. And meditation is meditation separate. So if you want to get all the yoga related studies, you have to do a search on yoga or meditation. And you will find 11,000, 12,000 research published articles in the National Library of Medicine. And out of this, about 4,000 of them are clinical trials. Actually, that is the basis on which we do our continuing medical education courses for doctors. By the way, you might want to mark your calendar. There are two important dates, October 4th and November 21st. October 4th is a Sunday and November 21st is a Saturday. On October 4th, we are going to have a special presentation on the original Indian martial arts that went into the Shaolin Temple in China. And from there came this Kung Fu and Judo. So that original thing comes from Kerala. And in Kerala, it is called Kalaripayattu. And so that Kalaripayattu, we will have a presentation on Kalaripayattu on October 4th. Okay? And the timing for it is from 12:30 Eastern time till 2 p.m. Okay, so that will make it California time, 9:30 in the morning till 11. And that will make it India time, like from 9:30 at night to 11 o'clock. Okay, so
What was the time again, Narayan?
Okay, 9:30 to
actually
11.
10 to 11:30. It is for your West Coast time will be from 9:30 to 11 in the morning.
9:30 to 11 in the morning. That means India will be 10 o'clock in the night.
That's right. It's 10 to 11:30 at night in India. Okay. So and East Coast time 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Okay. And so we'll have that. On there is also that same day on October 4th. All this information we'll send you. We'll put together all of that and it'll come to you. On October 4th in the morning time, 10 o'clock to 11:30, which is Pacific time, 7 a.m. to 10 to 8:30 in the morning. This Patanjali Yoga, this Swami Baba Ramdev's worldwide organization, they are going to have a conversation on the role of yoga for COVID-19. Okay. So they invited me to be a panelist on that. So that's how I know. And the other thing is on November 21st, we will have a continuing medical education course. And by the way, all these courses and all these presentations are free and open to anyone. Anybody can come, okay? So on November 21st, it's a continuing medical education course where 4 physicians will be presenting on the relevance and methods of yoga therapy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so yoga measurement techniques and all of that. So that is from 12 noon Eastern time, which is 9 a.m. Pacific time. It goes for 4 hours. So from it starts from 12 noon Eastern time. Okay, so if there are no more questions, we will call it a evening for me and morning for several others.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste,
Thank
doctor.
you.
Thank you.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.